Every time for aha a king to TV and some baby episode to Asundiano and ran so best as we took into TV now watch out to other platform. No I'm a comment or comment section I say and more if you say will be bought notification bell. So every time for and some lady are you be now one say into TV a tin say and far and come on. Now and say you book a copy more ye Dennis Miracle Sabuaje Akachi. And you could pay more there a jet to any few eba. Na in summer a year Dennis Miracle Sabuaje Eddie Tuja Abula Okoshia a year Kwame Nkoma Tikese. Chesam Komotuchano Elkosono and someone a day was here for a yasam ketwa. Na a year Kwame Nkoma Tikese. Share in summer year Dennis Miracle Sabuaje Chese. Odi buja otiti bima eye samije mfi Sam George moje se NDC mpenu for se year 2024 any 2023 abra na omo opposition party no enuama omo ye no enyansa nketwa yejibre nyenti eye Dennis Miracle Sabuaje abro koshia eye Kwame Nkoma Tikese nsama odi tuja
of the National Democratic Congress. The Council of Elders of the National Democratic Congress wishes to inform all members of the party and the general public that it held a meeting with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana and leader of the NDC, on Friday, 29th May 2026. Following extensive deliberations on matters concerning party unity, discipline, and the collective responsibility of all members towards the successful implementation of the government's resetting agenda, the council issues following statement for the guidance of all party members. The council notes with concern the growing unease among sections of the party and the wider public regarding reports of premature presidential campaigns and related political activities by individuals and groups within the party. The council wishes to remind all members of the NDC that the NDC is currently focused on delivering on the mandate entrusted to it by the people of Ghana. At this critical stage of national reconstruction and renewal, every member of the party is expected to devote his or her energies, resources, commitment to supporting the government's effort to reset the country and improve the lives of Ghanaians, rather than engaging in activities that have the potential to create divisions, distractions, or unnecessary internal competition. The Council further draws attention to the provisions of Article 42 of the Constitution of the National Democratic Congress, which clearly stipulates the date and venue for the election of the presidential candidate shall be decided by the National Executive Committee, but that election shall take place at least 12 months before national election date if the party is in power, and at least 24 months if the party is not in power. The council emphasizes that until the appropriate constitutional processes have been initiated and the National Executive Committee has determined the timetable and guidelines of the conduct of the presidential primaries, no individual, group, or interest bloc is authorized to undertake or promote any form of presidential campaign, whether directly or indirectly. Accordingly, the Council of Elders directs all persons engaged in such activity to cease forthwith. These include all forms of campaigning, mobilization, endorsement, publicity, or related activities intended to advance the presidential ambitions of any prospective candidate. The council calls on all party members to remain focused on the larger task before us, consolidating the party's unity, supporting the government's transitional agenda, and working together to fulfill the expectations of the Ghanaian people. Indeed, this particular press release issued by the Council of Elders of the National Democratic Congress and a cessation, a bar on the campaign of Obitise Chairman Asiedu Nketia, work with Julius Debra, campaigns of Harun Idrisu, campaigns of either Professor Jane Nana, campaigns of Dr. Kesa to forcing campaigns of the current Agri Minister, Mr. Honorable Eric Opuku. Now, case Biakoko PMU at the Supreme Court having a major effect on this particular issue. Case Nene Supreme Court etnasi June 10th, 2026, and the arguments of 3 veteran politicians, the Attorney General and a Deputy Minister of Justice, against one, the New Patriotic Party, the National Democratic Congress, and the Convention People's Party. Now, some nkrofo miensa way, as well as the Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General, and the Omodi MPP, NDC, CPP, Akopiem Court. Into this particular case, ever have a major influence on the letter, the press conference, the National Democratic Congress, Council of Elders, they released here. In what sense? And Gofone say, the delegate system omudi national executives for the NDC, omudi presidential candidates for the NDC now. Supreme Court and declares a unconstitutional. Na the entire Omoka say unconstitutional and say any voters card bearing member bia of a particular political party a free mo. It will be a MPP member no Ukraine card. A national executives because of delegate system no and a eliting system no. Ye musi change. Eka se delegate for nkwa na ekoto aba. Nanka delegate for na ekoto aba abua years national executives nanka ne papemu but also over the years die hu ni say because omo ye nipa kakra bi no eba na ene obo hu ni acha obi TV ni acha obi fridge ni acha obi generator ni ye di sika etugum enti nkofo mo sika a omo timi twa sa few delegates no omo na eventually omo emerge as the presidential candidates and national executives of these various political parties. Enti, nkrofo we Mutala Inusa of GH1 and this report we buy. Nkrofo we miensa we na call present your arguments on Supreme Court. First, former Minister of Environment, Science and Technology and Innovation, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng, and a veteran politician, Dr. Nyaho Tamaklo, and a second person, and a former Minister of Lands and Forestry, Christine Amoaku Nyama, omo argument, Eko PMO court, say Supreme Court na enfa ruling imbra and kwashe the political party delegate system. Now, plaintiffs ebisa say every registered member of a political party no in good standing no eso mo ma ho kwan na sa nipa no oto aba in internal party primaries. In Jomo argue say current delegate system used by political parties to elect their flag bearers in one, undemocratic. 2, inconsistent with Article 55 of the 1992 Constitution. Meanwhile, Deputy Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Justice Ramsai, also filing a legal argument supporting in conformity saying case Supreme Court. Enti enye Frimpong Boateng kwa enye nyawo Tamaklo kwa ene Madam Nyama Nkwana are plaintiffs in this particular case against the New Patriotic Party, National Democratic Congress and the CPP. The current Minister of Justice, Attorney General Dominic Ayine, Ensa Esha Kratada say wama Dr. Justice Ramsai Nkwan say on presenting the arguments against the New Patriotic Party, the National Democratic Congress, and the CPP. What is interesting is that the New Patriotic Party go ahead a flag bearer for 2028 elections. Into ruling biaba, it will affect one, only the National Democratic Congress and the Convention People's Party, because one, ruling way will be only after the fact say Omeyi, the flag bearer of the New Patriotic Party, but say Yakwakoyi national executives of the New Patriotic Party, national executives of the National Democratic Congress, National Executive of the CPP, now ruling way back on the July 29th. No munyeya. It means any voters card bearing member of all the political parties. Na yeso mkotu aba. So no one got to aba ene ono anasema, but obi ntimi nsi obi hu kwan say obekwa akoto aba eyi the national executives for the various political parties. Inti case we senior kai no file against these 3 political parties with electoral commission and attorney general also joining this particular suit. It is expected said by August there. Now Justice Paul Bafuboni and then the empaneled judges the ruling about on this particular case ever affected the presidential candidature of the National Democratic Congress, that is either Asiedu Nketia, either Julius Debra, either Dr. Kesato Force, either Professor Jainana, any voters NDC card bearing member bia so the presidential candidate for these various political parties. That is heading into the 2028 elections. Supreme Court for Kasa, no other court ebetimi akasa, especially in Ghana, until the final say in this matter. You ever follow this particular case? You ever PM free bia, you can trust in same PT. You ever born a tougher near the Abram. You could hear Dennis Miracles Abaje, Oko PMO Peace FM, on a Kwame Sefakan, Chairman General, Eddie Komo, Ewo Kokoko Ejumadinus.
Was telling you that we have in our president a very weak leader. Either he is extremely weak or he just does not care. And fan home. Or yet we better no call.
Now say adeni Syria no. Adeni Syria no say wakawansem.
Na dey bia na be see what happened to proactiveness? A leader must be proactive, else you are weak. You can't constantly come to us and say, "Oh, mo kan ye dem say my ye, mo kan ye dem say a mark of weakness." Because you see, empenifo no nsuro omampeni no. Se nkomo suro na. See the only thing the BTS are agriculture minister, the finance minister and talk no. Time